Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of the Nintencast on the Pod of War channel. I'm your host, EOF Gizmo, joined this week by Massive Das, Chris McGilly,
Everyone.
and Nintendo Switch Online's CW Lanky.
Hello.
So, boys, we've
Does
just.
do you even have Nintendo Switch Online?
Craig, I think he has to have it, doesn't he?
I don't
I
know.
assume so.
He's at least got the free version.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Is that not just the you can play the backwards compatible shit? That's
Yeah,
it, isn't it?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it
Yeah,
is.
I got
There you go.
Ah.
Craig's a Nintendo man at this point. Like, he's actually played more Nintendo than either of us, Chris.
Mm.
And one day he'll return. And it may be today, but we'll talk about that when we get through the show. So, boys and girls, we had a podcast a couple of days ago, which was our main podcast, as Craig's dog is just letting us know that they're big Nintendo fans.
Yes. They saw a dog in the game and now they got excited.
Right, the farming sim. But today we've had the tip, as we predicted, to be honest with you, it's tomorrow Nintendo Direct.
And also, Dave, you get one more point, so you already won, but you've now got 3.5 points
That's it.
because we had a direct before July.
I mean, I wake up in the morning, Chris, and I piss excellence, as you know. So,
Mm.
And obviously you saw a leak, which is why you got everything exactly correct in
Mm-hmm.
your half predictions. But we're going to talk about everything very shortly. Obviously, I would imagine we haven't had any Nintendo pickups between the recording of the podcast 3 days ago and today, but have we? Have we, boys?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
What have you bought, Pengy?
I
Is it
bought a
Nintendo
DS
related?
game.
Okay, is
I
it bought a
did buy
DS
a
game?
DS.
And what
Yeah.
DS game did you buy?
I bought Lunar Genesis.
Was there a particular reason for you to buy Lunar Genesis?
It was pretty weird.
Is
for a
it
DS
from
game.
the esteemed Lunar series, or is it something completely
Yes,
different?
it is from the Lunar series. Best known for being on the Mega CD or Sega CD.
Best known, Craig.
Mm.
How much did Lunar Genesis cost on the DS?
It was £2.
Oh, I feel like that's actually probably a pretty good deal. I know you won't play it, but it's exciting anyway.
Yes.
Lovely. Was
Does
that
at least have nice artwork or so that you can look at?
I was just looking at the DS games and I was like, oh, there's a copy of Lunar Knights. No, I'm not paying £42 for that. They go back. Lunar Genesis. Oh, that's only £2. And I was like, oh, it's part of the Lunar series, as in the ones on the Mega CD / Sega CD.
One day
It might
Chris
be-
will own a home and it will be this lovely wall filled with all these bits of tat that he has purchased. But right now, it will go in the drawer, I imagine,
It has gone in the drawer.
never to return again. But
It went in my 3DS. The 3DS got turned on. Oh, it works. And then it went in the drawer.
me and you couldn't be in a more opposite headspace with video games right now, Chris. Like, I'm actively selling everything, and then you're just there like, yeah, why not? 18 Vita games. She's like, why? Why have you done this?
Mm.
But
Oh yeah, you only said Nintendo.
yeah, we'll get to your ludicrous issues at the next main podcast, Chris. I would imagine.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, as Chris, doing a podcast with Chris Pengelly is one thing I recommend to all people at least once in your life. It's an experience.
Mm.
It's an experience doing a podcast with Chris Pengelly. I've done many over the years. My sanity is drifting away. But anyway, Nintendo Direct, it happened. It was 40 minutes. We're going to do exactly the same as we did with the other shows. We're going to give our initial scores and quick blurbs before we go through everything. So let's start with the least Nintendo-y man among us, and that is obviously Chris McGelly. So Chris, what was your initial score and what was your initial blurb?
See, I seen some things already leaked, which didn't help. Obviously, I didn't know what the games were going to look like and which SNES game was coming back. I just knew a SNES game was coming back from Square. Could have been anything. So that kind of didn't help. Like we talked about like the Xbox one, like with the Persona leak, and we had a lot of ports and remasters. So I'm going to go for like a 2.75 because it's definitely not as good as Xbox, and I really enjoyed like the Tribeca one, which very indie. That one only showed 9. It showed 9 games, but there was like 8 games that I wanted to play there. You got to take like there's like 30 games here, maybe 10 I want to play. So working the the percentage of how many. So I'm thinking like a 2.75 or third of what we've just had in terms of summer showcases.
Oh, there's some math that I think we need to work out there. But okay, Penguin, not bad, not bad. Craigo.
So I was thinking 4. And I'm like the least Nintendo man here, so now I'm like, fucking hell. Was it better? Was it better? Was it worse than I thought? I don't know. I thought it was quite good. I thought it was quite fun. Quite fun to watch. I mean, there were parts of it. I'll be honest. And I alluded to this in the group chat. There were parts of this I was thinking, God, I'm just not the Nintendo target audience, am I? There's like large parts of it where I was just like, I guess if you're into this sort of thing, this might be good, but cool. Yeah.
There's some very
But then
specific things, isn't there? Sometimes.
oh, I mean, but there's a lot of them, like
Yeah.
these directs, Christ. And we'll get to that, I guess, in a minute. But yeah, I thought the Mario stuff all looked good. That the Mario game they showed at the end looked very good. And the RPG turn-based thing, I expect it's probably good if you're into that. So I didn't know it was a remake. I was watching it. I thought, oh, so it's kind of cool. And then you're like, oh, it's a remake. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, they always have the usual ports and the re-releases and the remasters of the remakes and the remakes of the remasters of Nintendo
We
stuff.
did actually get a remake that's also already been remade. We're getting a second remake of the game.
Exactly. Yeah, we always have that sort of
I
shenanigans.
believe that's from our friends at Square.
Square Enix,
Yeah.
yes, it is our friends
Yeah.
at Square Enix.
Obviously, that's what they do. So 4's not bad. That's a 4's from
Yeah,
Craig.
but overall, yeah, I thought it was good. Very good.
Yeah, see, my thing, because I gave obviously Xbox, was it a 3 or 3.5? And it wasn't as good as Xbox and wasn't as good as Tribeca. You know, I got to give it a lower score. Or if I went in like a placement, it's third place. It gets the bronze trophy.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think it was exactly parity with Xbox, which I think I gave a 4. I was
I think you gave Xbox a 5.
okay. Well, I gave Xbox a 5. We're gonna go for a 4.5 for Nintendo, because pretty much the same as Craig. Like I didn't have any leaks, and might be a very specific 4.5 for me. But for 40 minutes of a showcase in what is essentially the last year of the Switch, they showed a lot of stuff I'm going to play. So if you think, like the Sonic, another good Sonic trailer, we got 2D Mario, we got a Mario RPG remake, like we said, coming out for the first time in the UK physically, being able to play all 4 Pikmin games on the Switch now, having access to Metal Gear Solid. Like I think there was a lot of stuff in there. WarioWare, like it was about as almost perfect as an almost perfect show for this very situation for me as it could be. And I'm really excited to play these games. Like it's one of those things. I think for me personally, when I watch these shows, I look at it in an almost semi-realistic way, and I'm like, right, where does this line up in terms of me actually playing the games? Like it's all well and good watching and thinking, oh, that'd be fun, but like if I'm actually gonna play, like I will absolutely play a 2D Mario game, a 2D Sonic game, a Mario RPG. Like it's not even a discussion. Like they'll all get played. Like I always play those games, they will get played. It's like the Pokemon expansion, I probably will play that. Like you know what I mean? It just then you start listing through much like the Xbox in a very different way because like you said, it is very remaster and remake heavy. Um, but I personally, for me right now, where I am with the Switch, I think it works really well. And I could only slightly be happier, really. And I think it's an unrealistic happy. Like it's like, oh yeah, they could have announced an F-Zero, they didn't. They could have announced Mario Kart 9, they didn't. Like, but you know what I mean? Like it was, I think it was about as good as you could get, and it's very different to Xbox. Xbox being very much the modern future. Hey, look at Starfield. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. Like, look at this cutting edge shenanigans. And then look at Nintendo, be like, hey, this is what we do really well. So we're going to continue to do it really well. You're going to keep loving it. And it's going to keep selling really well. So yeah, really excited. So now that we've had our initial looks, obviously Chris hates Nintendo. So if you're part of the forum and you've watched this, please comment "boo Chris" in the in the comments when you got this far, because Chris hates Nintendo. He hated Sega, made them die. Now he's gunning to kill Nintendo. But yes, Chris, have you got your list ready to go through what we saw
I do.
at
Yes.
today's? So fire away.
So we started with a trailer for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, which is the Teal Mask, which is coming fall 2023, and Indigo Disc, which is coming winter 2023. And it sounds like we're getting a Pokemon direct showcase thing how this ended. Like, more info soon.
Yeah, which is what they usually do.
Mm.
But yeah, did you like the look of it, Chris?
Yeah, it looks good. I know you brought up in like a WhatsApp chat that's £32 or something
It's
for this
actually
DLC.
£31.25.
Right.
I don't know
Which does
why, but it
seem
is.
kind of pricey because I'm sure the Xenoblade one was like £25, and that's like 20 hours of just doing the main story, without doing loads of side content. So,
Won't they do some sort of physical thing that you can buy though? You sell your
They
old one and
always
then
they always do the double the like expansion pack version, which
yeah,
is what they
you get
did
that surely,
for
Pengy. That's your sort of thing.
for you, Craig, for example. Like that would be the way to go. I
mm,
think, but I think the main game's got a lot of content. Ironically, my brother's just started playing Pokemon Scarlet, and if you know my brother, he's even less of a sort of gamer than we are. So the fact that he's playing it, enjoying it, is the sign for people that will probably pick this expansion up. If I'm honest.
mm. So we had that to start with. Then we had another look at Sonic Superstars, which is obviously coming fall 2023. There's also been announced a Sonic Central. They're doing they did one I think last year.
They
I think
did.
when Frontiers was coming out. Yeah, they've confirmed they're doing one of them. So I guess we'll get a proper date then. And there'll be like, I don't know, Sonic Plus Origins is out or that sort of thing. But yeah, it still looks good. Showed all the characters, like how Amy and Knuckles and that all play differently. So I'm very keen for this, and I will be playing it on Switch.
It looks very. I feel bad for it actually because it looks eerily similar to a Mario game we're going to talk about later. Like even the art
Mm,
styles are kind of similar, and like the fact that it's four player and you got characters like Amy and Daisy that you could normally use and different power ups.
mm,
It's
Although it
kind
looks
of
more like the old one, I think. The
yeah. It looks like Sonic
look.
Generations is 2D mode, um,
mm.
No, I was
which
thinking more like the old, was it the Wii U one that they ported over the Mario game, 2D?
oh, a new Super Mario Bros. U. Yeah, and to be
Yeah,
fair, the new Mario game also kind of looks like that as well, but
Mm.
yeah.
a bit more jazzed up. But yeah, 2D Sonic is very rarely anything less than good. So
Mm.
this looks really good. I'm really hyped for it. Like again, like I know Craig, you're not a big Sonic guy, and I unfortunately feel like its timing with Mario means it yet again will miss out to you because I'm sure there'll be another Kirby game around the corner for you to play in your cycle. But yeah, I think it's the best Sonic's looked in a decade.
Mm. Then we got Pyrela, the free-to-play farming game, which is coming winter.
That is easy for you to say. They got to stop with this, haven't they, Craig? I'm so sick and tired of all these fucking farming games.
Craig is so disgusted of a farming
Craig
game.
is so
Yeah.
disgusted at no farming game that
Mm.
he's gone mad. But yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. Pengy, does it anything for you?
Not really, because we've just, we got like Harvest. I keep wanting to call it a Harvest Moon. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life.
Star of
Just
Seasons, yeah,
done
you can
that.
obviously Harvest Stellar and all the other like Rune Factory and all
Yeah,
the other
so
similar games,
there's other
including one we
farming
get
games.
later.
Right, then we got Persona 5 Tactica, which had a little bit longer trailer than I feel than it had on Xbox. I think it explained a little bit more of the mechanics and stuff on it, and it looks good. I'll be playing it on Xbox because it's being in Game Pass. But yeah, it does look very good. And I think it'll actually suit the Switch well if you're playing it, portable and stuff like that. But I think it's 55 quid, so it's
Interesting
weird
there
not
was
buying.
sorry to cut you off, Pengy. Interesting there was
Is-
no Persona 3 retold
Mm.
trailer.
Yeah, because they had a trailer again for that in Japan, which confirmed it's going to PS4, PS5, and like Steam instead of just Windows. Nothing about Switch. And apparently, I think it was last night or the night before, they put up a trailer for Persona 3 Load on the Atlas through YouTube, and I think it was like it's coming, coming to Switch trailer, but it wasn't in here. It wasn't here, so I don't really know
Unless
what's
it was on
happened. Yeah.
in the Japanese one, I'm not sure because I know
No,
there
I
was.
watched the Japanese
Did you watch
direct.
Japanese?
There's
Okay,
one
I know there was a
not
couple
in there.
extra games in the Japanese one, but that's
Mm.
interesting. Very strange
Mm.
way to do it, but yeah,
Yeah,
Tactica looks really
so
good, and also play it on Xbox.
yeah, it's weird not buying like because I got quite a decent physical Persona collection. Like the last few sort of Persona games, like not having a physical. Maybe if I see it ever cheaper something on Switch, maybe pick it up physical. But yeah, it's like they want to be on Game Pass for that. Then we got Myth
£55
Force.
sounded like a lot, to be fair.
I think it is when it's on Game Pass.
Yeah,
It's
I
difficult
think
because
that's just a lot. Surely £55.
it's so difficult because of the context of it being on other platforms. Because on PlayStation, that's a cheap game. You know what I mean? But then on Switch, it's an expensive game. And on Xbox,
Yeah.
you just simply wouldn't do it. So it's like, yeah, this is the problem I think when you have these multi-plats that come to everything, because everyone's got such strange pricing structures that, yeah, it does seem a bit strange. But yeah, I think I do think it's too expensive for a Switch game, especially when it's on Game Pass.
Yes. Next we had Myth Force, which is the roguelike first-person co-op game, which has since been confirmed for every platform.
Yeah, you were really high on this. I thought it looked okay. But I think it's just one of those that realistically I'm not going to get time to play. But yeah, it looked okay.
Yeah, I feel
I
it's
thought it
one.
looked very okay, very
Yeah.
average.
See, I watched they played it on Kind of Funny ages ago, and it looked really good. But it's one of those ones like, if we're going to play it, we're going to play it on the Xbox because of the co-op nature. And then if it's on the Xbox, you either got to look at it being in Game Pass or free to play. If it's like 30 quid or something, buying it, then I can't see it. With us playing it, and it's why I wasn't
Absolutely not.
why I wasn't bothered about it on Switch, because I know I'm not going to play it with anyone co-op on Switch. It's just good that it's confirmed for the other platforms. It's just what's the pricing structure on there? Like, I could see it being a free to play game when you do skins or something based on cartoons of the 80s or something like that. I don't know. But next was Splatoon 3. We got a new Splat Test, which is ice cream. So, are you going vanilla, strawberry, or chocolate mint?
So my girlfriend constantly takes the piss out of me because I love vanilla ice cream. And obviously mint chocolate chip means you're, and I quote, a paedophile. So that would only leave strawberry. So I would still go vanilla.
You're going vanilla.
Yeah, I feel like probably vanilla.
See, I like a rum and raisin, which isn't an option.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those three. I mean, if you're going to go options, a cookie dough is obviously the way I'd go. But
I mean,
but we
you're
just got
breaking the rules here, Chris.
right. That's not
There's
like
a choice
you.
to be made, Pengles.
Not like Chris
Yeah.
Pinkelly to break rules for anything, is it really?
No.
It makes you gonna say, "Well, I'd rather have milkshake or something," shit like that. It's just...
Like one of those wonderful Oreo milkshakes they do at Eat the Bear Tournament. This isn't a sponsorship, but if you want to sponsor us, email us at podofwarofficial@gmail.com.
We're drinking milkshake every time we do a podcast.
Literally, they do plant-based ones. I'll do that as well. Not a problem.
Yeah.
But after that was Detective Pikachu Returns.
What is this?
So there was a Detective Pikachu game on 3DS.
Yes.
It's a literal like detective-y, like adventure game. Like it's kind of like Monkey Island, I guess, like Telltale.
Oh, so it's like a point and click adventure.
Kinda, yeah, but like a bit more like easy, a little bit less like archaic. Like they're pretty okay games. This is I think this is a combination of like a couple of that game plus the episodes that didn't come out in Japan, in England, that were in Japan, and it's been like revamped. It's a really interesting title. It's $39.99, so it's not a full price game, which is okay. But yeah, really interesting. The Pokemon spin-offs are so mixed bag, but they're usually okay. I mean, yeah, I sent this trailer to my girlfriend. I was like, check out the voice they went for Pikachu, and she was just like, what the fuck? And I was
That's
like, yeah,
pretty much how I felt. I was so confused. I thought this was like a TV series at one stage. I was like,
yeah.
what is?
They did the
What am I
movie,
watching
didn't
They
right
they?
did do a movie, remember, based on
Yeah,
this game.
exactly. That's what I was thinking.
But yeah, no Ryan Reynolds.
No, it's
No,
Will
sadly
Arnett
not.
as Pikachu.
But
So,
yes. Oh, is anyone interested in this?
I am interested in this. This is the one that I said looked a bit rough, but obviously if it's sharing base with the 3DS, I can kind of get why it. And also it's a budget title for Nintendo at 40 quid. So
Yeah, I think when it drops to under 30, which the spin-offs tend to do, so I think you can get Pokemon Snap for around 27, 28 now. Like I'd be tempted, but again, I'm not jumping out of my chair to pre-order Detective Pikachu.
then we got a big one, Super Mario RPG.
I literally lost my mind. I was so excited for this. Because I saw obviously they were sneaky. They showed Mario RPG in the like border that they use for the virtual console,
Hmm.
and I was like, oh cool, this is going to come to Switch Online. I was like, oh, you know what? I have never really played this all the way through because it was only on the Wii U for us. So I was like, you know, I think it might be on the Wii actually, but anyway, like I was like, oh, finally play Super Mario RPG, and then when the graphics changed, I was like, oh my god. And yeah, I think it looks really pretty. I think it's perfect for handheld. It's a really kooky Mario game. Like the characters are really strange in it, and yeah, very, very excited for this.
Same. Very excited for this one because, like I said, I saw some leaks and we were getting a SNES RPG from Square. I was like, wow, it's going to be one of two. And it's like, what are they going to do to the two? Is it going to be a port? You know, like how are they remaking it? But like, I was like really surprised what this looked like.
So is this I'm guessing it's obviously a turn-based RPG. Is
Yeah.
it like I'm guessing it's kind of like a maybe like a baby's first sort of
Yeah,
ordeal. So
it's
it might
more
be okay
interactive.
for me.
It's more interactive,
Um
so it's got like button times and stuff as well. So like you like as you land on someone's head, you press A, you get like a second hit. Stuff. It's very like you haven't played the Paper Mario games, but this is like
yeah, I was
the
about to say,
original
what's the
stuff.
difference between this and Paper Mario? 'Cause
This
I always thought that's kind of what
this was
this
the
was. That
original
one.
one. So they did this. This
Mm.
was a partnership with
Okay.
Square, so the Final
Yeah.
Fantasy team, and then when they didn't renew that deal, Super Mario RPG 2 essentially became the first Paper
Paper
Mario
Mario.
game. Um,
Okay.
but it really is like baby's first Final Fantasy. And with the updated graphics and controls, like the story is really good. The characters are really funny. There's some really funny bits in it. Um, and it's not that long. I think it's like a 25-hour game.
I was about to ask, is it like
It's
600 hours or
not. It's
something
not
like
a
that?
big long game. Like it's a. I think it's about 25 hours if my memory serves me. I'm sure Ping will be able to pull that data for us at any point. But yeah, I
I look
think
very cinematic in places as well.
Mm.
yeah, it really is. Like there's a lot of moments. Like the original characters are really well written as well, and they have interesting stories, and the mechanics are quite good. The boss fights are
And
so
everyone
funny.
loves Gino.
Everyone loves Gino, and the boss fights are so funny, like so good. Like
And the
Bowser's
original
hilarious. Oh,
apparently took 17.5
there you
hours.
go. So like even with all the side quests, you're looking at maybe 20 hours. I think it's
26
yeah,
for a completionist,
I nailed
apparently.
I nailed it, Craig. But yeah, I think it's a perfect handheld Switch game, and it's coming this year. So hell yes. You
Mhm.
said that I would only beat a Pokemon game on Switch. Haha. They brought out a Pokemon like Mario game. You're all fooled.
What
Is
more
it?
could
Right.
you want?
Is this the
Then
first
we
one? Sorry, Peggy. Is this the first one that jumps onto your maybe turning the Switch on list, Gregor?
Yeah, I thought it looked good. I thought it looked good, and it sounds decent. Sounds like you sold it to me well. So
And I'll
we'll
be able
see.
to tell you the price. It is a $49.99 game. So that is the maximum of every game show. Nothing that they from themselves goes above 50. So
mm,
Lovely stuff.
and then we got a look at Princess Peach's new game, which will be coming in 2024.
really strange these next few trailers. So they showed a very brief teaser trailer for Princess Peach game, which looked really good. I'll be honest, looked really really good. 2D sort of like side scroller. That the only other Peach game was a little bit more like Kirby-ish than like puzzly than the main Mario game. So that's interesting. And then the weirdest bit is the next bit. They showed they're doing a HD remaster of Luigi's Mansion 2 the Dark Moon, but they showed nearly nothing of it, and that had no more info. And I was like, I kind of get the Princess Peach game having no info, but why did you show the Luigi's Mansion 2 game if you didn't have like key art or like a trailer for it? That's
Or a date, because
but even
it's
if it
just a
was 2024
remaster.
as well, like it's
You could
like
have gone put February or something on it. I don't
yeah,
know.
like I feel like that could have just been kept, you know, for
It's
later.
unlike them as well because they don't normally do that. They would normally like these the two Mario games that come this year. Wait, and then this is coming in
Yeah.
a month's
Do you
time.
feel like it's the Mario hype right now, and they just want
Yeah,
they
it's
because
got to be.
obviously
I
you
know.
like we've said on the show that there's an investor meeting tomorrow, so I feel like they're going to turn and go, well, look, we've got 5 Mario games in production,
Yeah.
so it's
Mm.
like, and they'll print money. Like even Luigi's Mansion 2, like, is a really good game. So
Well, the third one I think have sold like I think it's 8 million or something
yeah,
on Switch.
well, it's
So,
just like Ubisoft said the other day that Mario and Rabbids 2 sold 7 million copies, and it's like, wow, like that's a lot of copies for a game that, like I own it, but I don't think we know anyone else that does.
no, the first one sold 7 million. They're saying the second one hasn't sold
Oh, it
as
hasn't sold
well,
quite so, but it's still like
and they should have left it for
for
the next
for a
console.
for a Mario game, like you're gonna get numbers, right? So I think they're kind of just looking at like we're gonna make bank, like yeah. But yeah, will I play Luigi Mansion 2 and Princess Peach game? Yeah, probably.
I'm less keen on Luigi's Mansion 2. I mostly still will play it. More keen on Peach's game, which from the trailer looked a bit like she was in a theater or something. And I'm seeing some already. You get your breakdown trailers, and then like with her changing dress and that. Like, are they doing like weird like Disney princess sort of thing? You know how like Disney films now have like the princess as the star. It's like, are they doing that sort of thing? So
Well, it makes sense to
yeah.
aim a girl, make a more girl-centric game. Hence why in the trailer that they had later, they had Daisy and Peach as well. Like I think it makes sense. It's all about
Mm.
inclusion, isn't it? So I think for a company like Nintendo, they want everyone to feel like they can be represented, and I think that's a good idea.
hmm And then we got Batman Arkham Trilogy.
What strange, strange thing to do, eh?
This
Yeah,
feels
it
like
looked
6 years too
interesting,
late.
right?
Well, 5 years too late. When we were getting all the Doom ports and stuff like that on
Right. It
Switch. It's like,
kind of funny. Said it on their stream, and it feels like that they haven't had like a hit for a while with Gotham Knights
Yeah,
being kind of poor and like such. They were like, oh, we need to put that out. I mean, if it runs even remotely well, they're three really great games to play, and I think they'd work handheld. Obviously, if you've got other ways to play Batman Arkham, um, please don't play it on Switch. But if you don't, then if you're just a Wii U owner that bought the Switch, you didn't play two of those games, so looks
mm.
fine. Looks pretty inoffensive.
Then we got Gloomhaven,
Bit of a weird
which
one,
is
this
the
one.
tabletop tactical RPG thing, which
Yeah,
is coming September.
I was kind of like, oh, if this is free to play, it'd be kind of okay, but it's not. It's actually £36.
Ooh, that seems kind of pricey.
I think that's a little bit. It didn't look
It's
particularly
£4
good.
more. You can get Detective Pikachu.
Well, even so, I mean, for £5 more, you could probably get Advance Wars. So it's like, okay, but yeah, I don't think it looked particularly enticing.
No, didn't do anything for me, that one. I guess same for you, Craig.
I can't even remember what this was, to be honest with you. So no.
That's how good it was.
Yeah.
What Craig does live is a bit of Miley Cyrus in Just Dance 2024 edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Dance, I don't understand because I think it's like a platform now. Like I don't really get it.
Mm.
But yeah, Just Dance.
Yeah, because last year's was the one where it was code in the box, like all the systems, and it was just like, I don't know, maybe you have to like
On the
pay
eShop,
30 quid.
it's free to play.
Right.
So it's like you get 2 songs for free, and then you download the packs for the years. So you can
So I
buy.
guess you've already got last year's. You can just buy the new songs like that.
That's what it seems like. Just Dance 23 is retailed at 50.
Right.
And it looks like it's a Just Dance. Like it looks like that's an add-on for Just Dance. So it looks like it's a bundle. Looks like it's a monthly thing you can do for it as well. But yeah, no, God knows, not for us. But I'm sure people still play those games.
Yes. Then we got. I was going to say the first JRPG of the show, but obviously we had Mario and stuff like that, and we got Silent Hope from Marvelous, I believe.
Yeah, I thought it looked okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like because you often get the silent protagonist, so they've like worked it into like the story sort of thing. But like having 7 silent protagonists seems a little bit over the top.
Yeah, a little bit.
But not a one I would be rushing out to play that one.
No.
No. What But one that Craig loves is Farming Sims, and we got Fae Farm, which is coming in September, I feel, and I believe it's a Switch exclusive as
Yeah,
well.
they did. They made a point of saying that this is a Switch exclusive. So
Mm.
yeah,
£50
fuck you, Xbox
that
and
one,
PlayStation, right?
Craigie. 49.99.
£50.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you're just getting better and better.
Yeah, that
Um,
seems quite a bit.
I don't think I'll be spending that on that game. To be honest with you. I think
I feel I'm also passing on that one.
it's a Switch exclusive, Pengles. You love a Switch exclusive.
Like, you know, the Switch exclusive, but passing on
Yeah.
that one. Then we got a new trailer for Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged.
I still need to start the first one of this. It's on Game Pass. I've had it installed for ages. Never
Yeah,
started it.
I
Same.
started that recently. It's fun.
Yeah, it always looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Does this have a date yet? Because this has been shown before, hasn't it?
19th of October.
Okay, so that's
Pretty
good.
dangerously close to Forza, but we moved.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate, isn't it?
And keeping on cars, we got Manic Mechanics, which is coming 13th of July.
Yeah, looks
Which
like
from the guys that have ported like Minecraft and that to Switch, it's them making a game.
yeah, it looks a little bit like Overcooked. It's a £20 game.
Mm. The thing is, I got unless it was this one I seen, I'm sure I saw a trailer during like Summer Game Fest, one of the shows of a Overcooked like car game, and I'm sure it wasn't this one. I think it was called like Speed Crew or something like that, and it looked exactly the same as this. Well, I guess that's a pass for everyone. No, Manic Mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But one isn't a pass for Dave because I believe he's got the gold edition of this. It's Mario's Rabbit Spots of Hope: The Last Spark Hunter,
Yes,
which is out now.
It's
You
out
could
now.
be playing it right now,
You
Dave.
can play the demo, the main game, and it's always on sale. I believe it's on sale right now. I think it's £25 to download it digitally. Yeah, I've had this game for a while. I picked it up in one of the many sales that I see. Ubisoft games always go cheap, so I think I paid like 20 quid for it. Haven't started yet. Loved the first game, and the first game's DLC was really good as well. The Donkey Kong DLC. So yeah, we'll get to this eventually, and eventually I'll do all the DLC when the season pass goes on sale, because I just got the box. Does it Cosmic Edition, not the Gold Edition?
Okay.
So I haven't got the season pass. But again, these games are usually relatively lengthy anyway. But yeah, if you like tactical RPGs that are basically XCOM but like actually fun, and doable, then I do highly recommend Mario Rabbids because it is a fun time. The first one's you can get the first one with the gold edition on cartridge for like I've seen it for well under a tenner in
Oh yeah, we
places.
sell. I think the first one in work for like stupidly cheap.
Yeah, like if you can get it for like under 15, like legitimately it's a really good game. Like a proper swimming in sevens fun time, and it's really perfect for handheld. So I am looking forward to playing the second one because I know the second one has a lot of improvements. Um, But yeah, I'm excited to play more of this. The Rayman DLC is the last one, I believe, so
Yeah,
can't wait for
that's
that.
the thing. I, I thought the first game was fine, but the Rayman DLC, I
Did you play the Donkey
interesting.
Kong DLC for the first
No, I
one?
never played the
See,
Donkey
that was
Kong.
like
Yeah.
it was a whole campaign, and it was
Mm.
way better than the main game. And the main game I thought was fine. Like the main game was like a good 7, but the Donkey Kong
Mm.
DLC was like an 8.5. Like it was great. It was really really good. But yeah, again, it's a really underrated series. It does relatively okay, and I would like I said, I would recommend it.
Then we got from our friends at Square Enix, Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince.
Yeah, another.
Oh, this looked awful.
It's not a good trailer. I'll be honest. It was
It
really bad
looked
trailer.
horrendous.
Yeah,
And the voice acting was like comically bad.
yeah. I think the voice acting is definitely par for the course with the Dragon Quest games.
Cost, that's not. You're not selling it to me, Dave.
No, I mean like the Dragon Quest games are the most traditional RPGs that have ever RPG'd, like JRPGs. So like
It's always
they've never
interesting what
changed
they're gonna do
really.
with 12, because I'm sure they said they're taking that in the darker direction and stuff like that and maturing the series. So I'm interested what they do with 12, but this did look pretty bad. I think the series normally been on like the Game Boy and the DS
Yeah, there
and
was a
stuff.
DS one that
It
was really
might,
good.
it might have been one on the Wii, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I might be
Yeah.
thinking of something Sword or something.
Potentially, but yeah, it's one of those like they are usually pretty good games, but this wasn't a good trailer for it.
No, this is a pass from me.
Definitely
It's a
pass for me
Square
this year.
game. It's a Square game I'm not buying. You know, there's something wrong.
How much are they trying to flog this shit for as well?
I'll be 50 quid easily.
It's not
Square
it's not
Yeah,
on the
now.
it's not on the pre-orders, but it will be 50 at least, if not 60.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
It looked like something they'd let like the work experience kid make in like his like lunch break or something.
Wow. Has Craig never been invited to Square Enix?
Oh, it looked bad. It looked
Yeah, it
terrible.
didn't look great.
Yeah. Well, what didn't look terrible was Pikmin 4, which is out the 21st of July. And there's a demo out now, I think, as well.
I will check
Or
for you,
very
Pengy.
soon.
I've got
Was it like the
eShop.
28th? I think it was. I think the demos. Or am I thinking something else?
Might be. The game's out like tomorrow, isn't it, or something?
No,
was it?
the Pikmin 4 is the 21st. The first two are out now.
Oh,
The
yeah.
physical out on the
It's the
22nd.
Pikmin 4's out July, isn't it? I thought. I think it was June.
No.
We have a look. There is no demo currently for Pikmin 4. There is a demo for Pikmin 3 though.
Yeah, there's always been demos.
But yeah, but I think Pikmin 4 looked really good. I think it's one of the best looking games I've ever seen on Switch. Again, $49.99. They haven't put the price up for that. But yeah, I've got a weird relationship with the Pikmin series, so I don't. It's one of those where I don't think I'll get it. I'm definitely going to get it in July. But if I get a lull in the year, I don't see why not. Because again, they're really good games. But I think you really have to be in a certain mindset to play them. They're not very casual, I think is the way to describe it, Pengy. But they're really good. I mean, we've played a lot of RTSs recently, so that might help it because it's kind of that type of game. And obviously, Craig's played Tinykin, and this is Tinykin with a budget. So
So when I saw the trailer and I had a kitchen and that, I was like,
yeah,
they've gone Tinykin.
yeah,
For
it's
Pikmin.
Tinykin with like the biggest budget and team you could get for that type of game. But yeah, I think it looked really good.
Does your progress carry over from the demo? Did they say that like it normally does, or that's normally Square that do that in fairness?
It's
Isn't it?
usually Square. I think with the Nintendo ones, it tends not to. I don't think it did with Kirby. That would be the one that
No.
I would compare. But I think it's for someone like you. I think it's more playing the demo see if you'd even like the game. Because if you like the game, then you can replay the first 20 minutes, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do really like Tiny Tin, and there was another one I played that was similar, another indie. I think it was The Way of the Wild or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indie, which was really good. But they looked a lot more just like chill and like better art style than this. But like I said, this might be a bit too serious. But for old Craig, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely worth. I think having a demo is definitely worth trying.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, we also got Pikmin 1+2, as they're calling it, which is the physical on the 22nd of September. But you can buy them together as a bundle at the moment on the eShop, or you can buy them separately on the eShop. I believe they're 25 quid each, or 2 for 40.
That is correct.
Lovely.
Good games. Pikmin 1, really, really good. Pikmin 2, also really, really good. A lot of content for £40. Yeah, if you haven't played this series, I think now that you can play all of the games in one place is really exciting. Because it's one of those series that I think is a little bit unknown for a Nintendo series. But yeah, Pikmin 1 and 2 for 40 quid. Now I didn't know they were doing a physical. That's really exciting that you can get it in a cartridge. But yeah, lots of Pikmin to play if you want to.
I did like I was pointing out earlier. This is the Pikmin 1 and 2 have been released for the 4th time in a row on a Nintendo console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good games.
Then we had a look at the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which was way more in depth than the trailer at the PlayStation showcase. And it looks like Konami's actually putting some effort in, which I'm not surprised because obviously the Castlevania ones and that, but also surprised because it's Konami, so you know.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I have the eShop listing for this up, so you can get a couple of the games separately for $15.99, which isn't too bad, I don't think. Really. You know, also you get the whole package for $49.99, and obviously you get what, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 games plus bonus content
Mm.
with MGS 1, 2, and 3 being particularly lengthy games. I think it's probably a pretty good deal. I mean, if it all runs as good as the trailer looked, and there's no reason why it shouldn't, because the ports they're using for 2 and 3 are the 360/PS3 ports, and then MGS1 is a sort of an original emulated port. Like, I don't really see. I think probably maybe even the PC version, but yeah, I think it'd be a pretty good physical addition to get for these games. Obviously, Konami could still come out and be like half of it's downloadable. Um, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal if you like Metal Gear Solid. You know, the promise of a second volume as well. So yeah,
Oh
I'd
yeah,
rather burn £70 personally.
that's the interesting bit. What's going to be in volume 2 if we get a volume 2?
yeah, yeah. I think Volume 2 will be
Like,
much
will
less
Metal
appealing.
Gear Solid 4 finally leave the PS3? You
Maybe,
know. Mm.
maybe. But yeah, again, if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, then I think it's cool. But if you're not, or if you're kind of on the fence, like I suggest, I'm probably on the fence. Craig's nowhere near the fence, and Pengles is well over the fence. Like, I'd probably rather wait until the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 to jump in. But again, if you like Metal Gear Solid and you want an official way to play it handheld, I think this is it's about as good a collection as you're going to get right now.
Then we got Vampire Survivors. It's coming to Switch on the 17th of August.
Couldn't believe this wasn't already on the Switch, actually, if I'm honest with you.
It's getting a couch co-op mode as well, which I believe is getting an update. I don't know if the update's coming the 17th of August or the update's already out on that, like Xbox and that, but it's getting couch co-op mode as well for this game.
Really popular game, and adding couch co-op is frankly genius. So, hell yeah.
Have you played it? Because obviously you've been on Xbox Game Pass
I've
for
played it on
ages.
Game Pass a little bit. It's quite addictive. I actually stopped playing it because of how addictive it was. I think I played it for about 3 hours straight, and I was like, I can't be doing this with my life. Also, all the
Yeah,
achievements,
no,
I
I
think it's
haven't.
like 150 achievements or something fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I haven't played it. It's like runs and stuff. You do runs on it. It's like a little roguelike sort of thing. Is
Yeah,
that right?
it's a
Yeah.
really, like, you can see that it's like been a mobile game, but like it's
Yeah.
perfect for, like, you use one stick. That's all you use, one stick, and then you get, like, it's quite a quick game. Like, it's perfect for the perfect for Switch and perfect for the Xbox handheld idea. Like, it is that type of game. Like, it's always in the top 10 best-selling games on Steam Deck, and I'm always like, yep, absolutely, that makes sense.
It's not really cheap, isn't it? Like they do
I think you can
DLC and
buy the
it's like
whole
a
thing.
pound
I
or
think you can buy
so.
the whole thing with all the DLC for like £6 or £7.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
very clever of the dev. But yeah, I reckon if you haven't played it and you don't want to play it on a TV, you'd rather play it in bed, then yeah, on the Switch, perfect.
And then we got Headbangers Rhythm Royale, which is coming 31st of October.
Was this the pigeon game, or is that
This
the
is
new?
the pigeon game.
This
This
looked
is
so
This
good.
is the Chris Pengeli game right here, then.
Well, they're not dating, correct? But like this looked like,
Yeah.
for some reason they were like, oh, let's make Mario Party like a Royale game or whatever, like WarioWare. I was like, I thought it looked really good. I thought it looked really, really fun. There's no way I'm gonna have time to play it, but I was like, oh, this looks stupid. I love stupid.
It's up for pre-order, Dave.
It's if it had been free to play, you could have got me. But yeah,
If it's like really cheap, like a tenner, then I'm interested. If it's 50 quid, I'm not interested. On that one.
hell yeah.
Then we got one Dave will be playing, but I don't know if you. I think you're gonna play it on Steam Deck now because it's been confirmed for everything, and that's Penny's Big Breakaway.
Yeah, platformer from the Sonic Mania team. Was it
Mm.
Whitehead Games? I can't remember what it's called. But
Something like
Head Cannon usually, I think, one of the teams. But yeah, I'm like pretty excited for this. What I'm gonna play it on, I don't have no idea. But yeah, really, really excited to get more platformer goodness.
that. I get, and I said this thing, obviously the Sonic Mania thing, which is like a homage to Sonic games on Mega Drive. I get Sega Saturn vibes from this with the color and the art style of it. I even though Knights plays very differently, I'm getting Knights and Dreams from the game. Is that just me, or were you getting that as well, Dave?
I'm not getting Knights. I don't.
No.
Nor would I wish that upon anyone.
But Knights is great.
It's really not.
Yeah.
What about you, Craig? Does this look like anything you'd be tempted for?
So I actually completely forgot about this. So I'm watching the trailer in real time. It looks fun. It's fun.
Mm.
Don't know if maybe a little generic, possibly. I think it's safe to say.
But there's a yo-yo, Craig.
Mm.
Right? A yo-yo.
Okay. Yeah, I see the yo-yo. I see the yo-yo. Yeah, it looks alright. This is like, how much is this going to be, sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I
'Cause,
think so. It's another one
this
of
looks
those.
like the sort of thing that you could play like an indie version of on Game Pass, and it'd be as good, if not better. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It falls in the like Hat in Time category for me. That like one day I'll see it on disc or cartridge for like £12, and I'll be like, it's time.
Yeah, that looks like the sort of money you should be paying for this.
Yeah, but full price probably not. Again, there's a wealth and depth of platformers at the moment, so like, which is great because I love them, but like, it does fall in that like Hat of Time. Like I haven't picked up Hat of Time yet because I haven't seen it for a price I want to pay. That's kind of like where I'm at with it.
How much is it? Is there a price for it? Or...
It's not on the eShop currently.
No,
I would imagine
just,
it'll be full priced.
and it's just coming early 2024.
Yeah, so that's one. We'll worry about that next year, Craig.
Yeah, Private
Yeah.
Division are the publisher, so I'm not sure. Are their games normally a bit budgety? I can see it being like
I just don't. I don't
like
think you can make
It looks
physical
budget.
games for less than £35 now. So I think it'll be one of those.
And then we got a look at the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Wave 5.
There's lots of new characters, which is good, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, more reasons for me to play the most played game that isn't Football Manager in my life. To be honest with you, yeah, give it to me. I want 8 more tracks and more characters and another reason to put another 20 hours in. Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? Can't be
The
Mario
date
Kart.
is just summer.
It's
No,
fine,
still
that'll be
no
soon.
date. It's just a random.
Oh,
summer.
I can wait. Mario Kart gets played so frequently for me that it's not a worry. Like when it will happen, I'll be like, "Ooh, new games," and then I'll just play it.
What I just want to do is I want to play as Wiggler, driving the Wiggler car. That's it.
Wiggleception. We've run into Wiggler on Maple Treeway.
Yes.
Okay.
So many Wigglers. Right. Then we got. What did I say at the start? We got a remake. This isn't a remake of a remake. This is a new remake because we had a remake of the remake of the first one. This is the second one. It's Star Ocean: The Second Story R from Square Enix in the 2D HD style.
But it's kind of like 3D, 2D, HD.
Yeah, because like when they're behind the camera and the grass is a bit 3D, but the character models are still the 2D HD and stuff like that. So.
Does this do anything for the Chris Pengeli JRPG I buy and not play sort of? Is this? Do you ever get those vibes from this? Because didn't you buy one of these Star Ocean games on the PlayStation last year?
I'm
guessing you didn't play that.
I bought the newest Star Ocean game on PlayStation.
Which looked really bad, didn't it?
Which I have not played. It's installed.
Yeah. So maybe we'll play that one first, Chris, before we buy this one, or are we just going to buy this one and not play it?
And because I was going because I heard rumors of this is like wow, and I was like, Star Ocean, the first one got a remaster of the PSP remake of the first original game on PlayStation, and that I've not bought. Didn't look that great. Not a lot of effort put in. I don't know why Square's put the effort in this time compared to that time, like redoing the game, not just remastering the current remake that they did on the PSP. Being 2D HD style and liking Triangle Strategy live and live, I'm much more keen on this than I thought I was going to be. The problem is coming November, which could obviously be a stacked month. Who knows?
Have you started Octave Path yet? That's another one of these like.
No, I haven't started Octave Path.
Bravely Default.
No, remember I didn't like Bravely Default.
Okay. Star Ocean is consistently the worst series that they make. So, yeah.
Maybe that's why they've put some effort in now this time, so it
Yeah,
actually
maybe,
does well.
Chris.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe this could be the one. Yeah.
And it's also the one if they're going to go cheap, it will be Star Ocean. It will be cheap. It will be so cheap in like a year. So
Yeah. Then we got WarioWare Move It,
hell.
This looked bloody terrible.
Oh,
which is also coming
you need to
in November.
shut your goddamn whore mouth, Craigo.
This looked awful.
You've clearly never played a WarioWare game because I think the concept of WarioWare is baffling until you play it. When I tell you, Craig, that it is the best party game that has ever party gamed. Just trust me. Like it is so fun to play. If you don't have any friends and you just play video games in bed by yourself, that's a way you're allowed to live. Do not buy WarioWare Move It. But if you throw the occasional house party, like a bevy with your partner, oh my god, WarioWare Move It looks like a fun time.
I want a stream of you two playing this because yeah, this
Me
looked.
and Chris, yeah, me and my
Yeah.
girlfriend do it. We'll be drinking, but yeah, I love WarioWare games. Are so much fun.
And after that was we got some more amiibo for Tears of the Kingdom.
I mean,
So we got
just
Sarah
just
and
more money you're
Ganondorf.
going to give Nintendo in it, really.
Yeah, it is more money I'm going to give Nintendo for a game I don't like.
Love it.
Yeah, you know, you got to have them all, won't you, Dave?
I
You know,
sold all
for
my
the
amiibos, so it's all good.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 26. I think it's 26. When you already got 26 Zelda amiibo, you know, you got to have the other two, haven't you?
Indeed.
Mm. So there's that, and then there was one last thing, which was Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which is coming the 20th of October.
Put it in my veins, Craigo. Put it directly. Mash it up. Just put it straight in my veins.
Yeah, I just watched the rewatched the trailer of this then, and yeah, the whole like Wonder Seed things looked awesome.
Yes, it does look very. It does. Art style is still a little bit new Super Mario Bros. With a little bit of change, but how we've done the Wonder Seeds and that does look very nifty. And I know
Yeah,
the Mario.
it does look a little bit see at first, and then you see the Wonder Seed stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, now you're getting the blood pumping. I see.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be I mean, Mario 2D, Mario anyway, but Mario 2D is never anything less than wonderful. So yeah, just give it to me. Like I can't wait. I cannot wait to play this and a 2D Sonic game this year. Like what a great time to be alive.
I feel so really bad if the Sonic game's October. Same time as Mario Bros. Forgot me.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's not.
imagine the same day.
Mm.
Be £100 I drop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it looks great.
That was it. That was the Nintendo Direct.
I think overall we've done our we did do our little scores of the game, but I think overall pretty pleased with it. Maybe all these shows can end now. We can just get on with our lives. Maybe actually play some games.
No, it's only 8 days to Annapurna.
I mean, I ain't watching that, so that's fine.
I mean, Annapurna is normally a good show, to be fair.
Yeah,
I mean, the
for
last one
you
was,
two, it is.
the
Not for
last
me.
one was great because it was just a Game Pass advertisement, basically. So everything's on Game Pass. So I hope it's the same.
It's true.
Yes.
We can never argue with Game Pass. So I suppose the only questions I've got now for the end, we'll get to Chris because I already know the answer to all of the questions I'm about to ask, but it's more interesting with Craig. Of what we saw today, Craigo, one, what do you want to play, and one, what do you realistically see yourself playing?
Realistically, like maybe the two Mario games.
Yeah.
In terms of like want, it does does make me want to maybe kind of ditch Metroid Prime HD because I've just kind of got bored of that. And maybe like get one of the other Mario games that are on the Switch at the moment, and maybe boys are actually finished Mario game for the first time in their life. How about that?
Wow. I mean, I think if you're going to get one, I feel like Odyssey is probably the one you want to go for.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few good options in there. I've
Yeah.
already had a little look see on the work website. They're all about £40 discount. I've got the old knockoff Nectar points. I've got about £15 on
Yeah,
there. You know, it's
Yeah.
not bad, is
it's
it?
not going to lose value. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
got to be between Odyssey or 3D World because Bowser's Fury is great.
It's true, and
yeah.
obviously
There's a few good
I would
options in
like
there.
I would recommend the 2D one to you, but obviously you're going to get another 2D one this year, so
Yeah,
lovely.
maybe that's why I could just turn the Switch into the Mario machine, boys. You know,
I
just
mean, to be
endlessly
honest
play
with you,
all the Mario
Craig,
games I've
if
not
I
played.
look at my games that I've got, I can see from the corner of my eye, there are Mario or Mario spin-offs. It is a high percentage with the Mario Rabbids, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Soccer, Mario Tennis, than actual Mario games. It's yeah, good time to like Mario, I think.
Still waiting for that Mario Baseball.
I think you will until you play it, and you'll be like, oh, I don't actually play these games very long. Good
Yeah,
games,
the
but
sports games are always bad, aren't they?
well, they're not bad. They just always have like a bad rollout. Like the games are always fun, but like they're not single player games. You know what I mean? Like I remember I had a really drunken session with my friends Damon and Pete, um, and my friend Luke actually, and we played Mario Tennis for like 6 hours straight, and it was fucking hilarious because we just kept getting more and more into it, playing doubles. But like, you know, we did it once, and that was kind of that. And then the single player, I was like, this is boring. So that's kind of
Yeah,
the issue. Like Mario Golf was not what we wanted it to be, and stuff like that. But the mainline Mario games and a lot of the spin-offs are fun times, man. Such fun times. But yeah, how about you, Pengy? How much of this are you buying?
Right, so Sonic Superstars, yep.
Yeah,
Detective Pikachu,
obviously.
Mario RPG,
Yeah,
Peach game, but obviously we don't really know when that's coming.
no.
Pikmin 4, the Penny game, but maybe not on Switch actually, so maybe scrap that one. Star Ocean, the Amiibos, and Mario Wonder.
Nice.
Yes,
Um,
basically all the Nintendo first party games, but Star Ocean also on Switch because 2D HD.
yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll be tempted by Star Ocean. For me personally, Mario Wonder, Sonic Superstars. Now that I know that you can't get a physical on Xbox, means I'll probably get it on Switch. Um,
Which is so weird because
all their other games are
well,
physical. I don't know why.
yeah, because Persona 5 Tactica's even getting a physical
Yeah,
remaster.
I mean,
Surely,
I don't
if
know.
any, that would not get a physical, and Sonic would. I don't get that.
Right, Sonic Origins is as well. Who knows? Maybe they'll change. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe they'll change their mind.
Mm.
But yes. Super Mario RPG. So hyped for. Like that's one that I'm like. I can't wait to play that handheld. After I said I've played maybe like an hour of the Wii U port. Um, because it was just clunky and old in terms of like the controls. Because it would bring up controller prompts for the Super Nintendo, and I'd be like, "What button is that on a Wii U pad? I haven't got a clue." So to play like an updated version of that game, very excited. Like I said, Super Mario Wonder. So it's crazy to me to think that we're in June now, and obviously we're going to get Forza Motorsport and Starfield before the end of the year. But like, there's a seriously high chance that a Mario game is going to be my game of the year because of how I
Mm.
play those games. Like, if Starfield gets in my veins, then it stands a chance. But like, I'm already looking at like Mario Wonder and Mario RPG and being like, I will finish both of those games without fail. Like I said, Mario Kart DLC, yeah, 100%. I'm going to do that, play that. Um, what else we got on there? Metal Gear Solid's a weird one because I'm always like, oh, it's always nice to have the physical versions of those games, but equally, will I actually play them? No, I won't. So I probably won't bother with that. I actually still really need to pick up Splatoon 3. I was thinking that earlier. I was like, I love Splatoon 1 and 2. I don't know why I haven't picked up Splatoon 3 yet, so that's,
And,
you know.
and if you get it soon, you can
I can pick vanilla and we can all have a good
You can
time.
pick vanilla, yeah.
Detective Pikachu again at some point, but not definitely needed. Pikmin 1 and 2, maybe. Pikmin 4, maybe. But again, I know what those games entail, so it'll probably be a pass for now. I still have Advance Wars and Mario plus Rabbids to play, so I'll probably get through those first. Pokemon DLCs are maybe, but again, depends when Mario RPG come. Like when I play Mario RPG, because once both lots of DLC are out, that's when I'd probably pick it up and play it all in one big go. But
Mm.
but yeah, well, I mean, as from that list, you can tell like, there's a lot of games announced for me personally this year, so I'm like pretty excited to look at it and be like, well, by the end of the year, I'm not going to be in any temptation to buy anything else on any other platform. I mean, like I said to you on our chat, Chris, like I'm looking at the PS5 more and more, and I'm like, when are you getting turned on, buddy? Because I ain't spending 70 quid on Final Fantasy, and I'm certainly not spending 70 quid on Spider-Man. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really know when you're going to get a look in, my dear boy, because popping out 2 Mario games and a Sonic game is kind of just asking for it, really, isn't it? But yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think okay. But yes, I think that was a good show. And thank you for watching, everyone. If you got this far, we're an hour in exactly. Let us know what you're excited about. Let us know what you thought of the show. I know this had like, I know that the people that tend to watch these are from the Nintendo days, so thank you very much if you got this far. But yeah, what a good time to play video games. I'm sure we'll be back for another episode of some other showcase at some point. But hit a like, hit a subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Bye.